Hi, I'm Laura and I am the Outnumbered Vegan. I wanted to take a few minutes and talk about detoxing on a raw food vegan diet. And detoxing is horrible. I mean, it's just not an enjoyable experience, but it's a good thing to go through. When I detox, my biggest thing is cravings and headaches, and I don't want to deal with either of them. But I started thinking about going on a raw food diet if you're not already eating raw, or a vegan diet if you're not a vegan, and start thinking about what is eliminated from your diet when you switch to raw foods. And the first, I guess, because this is the one that I like the most, is coffee, which is full of pesticides, and it's a very highly acidic substance to be putting in your body. And I also believe that it's addictive, and so that's kind of one of my addictions is coffee. I really like coffee. Eggs. Even before going vegan, I didn't eat eggs because I'm allergic to them, but I just think they're gross personally. They're just nasty, in my opinion. Dairy. That's another thing. Even before going vegan, I did not consume dairy. I would eat cheese, but no dairy. I cannot even remember the last time I had milk. Well, probably 18 years ago, 17 and a half years ago. But when I think about consuming milk, it really just makes my stomach clench. I think it's just, I can see myself going to a faucet and getting a glass of water. I cannot see myself going out into a field with a glass and squeezing on udders to fill up a glass of water, or a glass of milk rather. I just can't imagine doing something like that. I can see drinking coconut water from a coconut, but not getting a beverage from cow's udders. Meat. Meat is high in fat, it's high in protein, it's full of antibiotics, and it's got just nasty. I mean, I've actually seen arteries in meat that were almost like the size of my finger, and it was so disgusting. It really just made me retch. Dyes are a huge thing because they are in so many things, and so many kids have allergies to them. They blame dyes on ADD and ADHD. It's just parents get those out of kids' diets. They're not something that we should naturally be consuming. Oils. Other than avocado oil, I don't think that any oils that you buy are fit for consumption. I don't even use coconut oil just because I try to eat low fat. But I do like coconut oil. It tastes good, but I don't use it. It's not worth it to me to have that. It's not worth it. Refined flours are in so many things. I have a gluten intolerance, so that's not something I really worry about because I don't really eat that much of anything refined. Even if I eat like corn pasta or something like that, I don't eat a lot of it. I'm not a big fan of breads and things like that. The next thing is processed sugars. High fructose corn syrup is in, just, it seems like it's in everything. When you look at a label or multiple labels, and it's the first ingredient time and time and time again. And high fructose corn syrup is just a byproduct of corn that became so popular to use in foods because it's so cheap. It's not fit for human consumption. Detoxing symptoms. Body odor. Body odor is a big symptom of detoxing. Your skin is your biggest organ, so it makes sense that that's going to be a way to eliminate so many toxins. But on top of body odor, there's also bad breath, because it's the stuff that's in your stomach and everything is naturally going to come out your mouth, but it's also going to come out the other end. So gas is a really big issue with detoxing. Another big symptom. Acne. I didn't have a problem with acne or anything, but I know that a lot of people do, because that's another way of your skin getting rid of those toxins. And with all of these, I'm going to say that drinking water is a huge thing. The more water you drink, the sooner your body will eliminate these. And you want these symptoms over for your own comfort as soon as you can. Constipation. Constipation, yes. The one I know so much about. Constipation is, it's not fun. It's miserable. But I discovered that drinking a lot of water really moves things along. When you start adding all the fresh fruits and all the fresh vegetables and you're adding water, it just cleans everything out so much faster than if you didn't drink the water. I mean, the fruit and the veggies are good on their own, but the water makes everything like a slip and slide. Yeah, just whoosh. Sorry. Headaches. I suffered from headaches so bad when I was detoxing. I had a headache for probably 2 weeks straight, and it was miserable. I was just like, oh my gosh, make it stop. And it didn't. And irritability, oh my gosh, I was not my wonderful, charming self. I was so irritable. I was just like, my nerves were just raw, and everything drove me crazy for probably 2 weeks. I mean, like, people's voices and the TV, if somebody turned on the TV, or just everything was just like, ah! And another is depression, because we're used to having we're used to taking in all this icky food and all these processed products and everything, and we use them as a way to kind of stuff our feelings. And when we're not using them anymore, depression can kind of seep in, because you're not eating what you're used to eating. You're not eating that standard American diet. Another is being tired. I was very tired. I had no desire to work out. Luckily, I had a running injury, so that kind of helped, because I was like, well, I can't work out anyway because I'm recovering from a stress fracture. But if I would have been able to work out, I probably would not have had the energy to do it anyway. I was so tired. And oh, the flip side of constipation, diarrhea. Did not have an issue with that, but I know a lot of people that when they switch up their diet and they just like immediately, as soon as they started adding those fruits and vegetables and got rid of the meats and dairies and all this processed food, they went from being constipated to diarrhea like overnight. But after a couple of weeks, it kind of went back onto like a more even keel. Unfortunately, there are people that didn't stay with a vegan diet very long and so didn't really get a chance to reap all the wonderful benefits, but maybe they'll come back someday. And I think that about covers detox. If you think of anything else, if you have detox issues that I didn't cover, I would love to hear about it. And I'm out of here. Bye.